right. What is up? What is up? I'm going to put in my mic. And I think we can... After I end this, I'll be able to figure it out. And maybe we can save these lives for YouTube or something like that. So if we can, that'll be pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool. I tried to do it last time, but I think I messed it up. Or it might just be hiding somewhere. So if anybody knows how to find old names on TikTok, let me know so I can find them and we can post the replays places. Or if there's a different section on TikTok, which would be nice to post the replays. So I'm here to answer any questions y'all got, and we will go from there. But for those of you who are new, to Pre-PT Grind, I'm first going to get you up to speed with all the stuff that we have, all the cool stuff that we have. First, because I know every so often we have a surge of new people following us. So if you don't know, we have more than just a TikTok. We have much, much more than just a TikTok. So make sure that you smash that link in our bio after, of course, you like all our stuff, you binge watch all our TikToks, and of course follow us. Then hit that link in our bio and we have tons of resources to get you started. Everything from our Start to PT School guide, to essay help, to interviews, to Facebook group, to a YouTube channel, to podcasts, to a text community. You can also text a number that you can see in there as well. We have virtual observation hours. The list goes on and on. So definitely join our world, our atmosphere, our ecosystem, so that you are plugged in to everything that we have, regardless if you're a high school student, a freshman, if you're in between careers, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're plugged into everything we have, from our podcast, YouTube channel, text community, Facebook group, Instagram, of course, Twitter, of course, TikTok. The list goes on and on, to all our downloads, to our virtual observation hours. Just so you have a full toolbox to complete your pre-PT journey with. And maybe that gives me a good idea. Maybe I should write that down. I'm going to write that down. Maybe we should create a toolbox. I'm going to put it on my list. I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but a toolbox for you guys to go to have basically all the free stuff that we have there, so that you guys have everything you need. Have a starter kit, a toolbox to get through the pre-PT journey. So I'm going to put that on my list of things to work on and come up with. That's a good idea, toolbox. Because right now we're just like, oh, go see our link in our bio and there's all the stuff, but we put a lot of stuff in there sometimes. So I'll leave that here so I don't forget. But I'm just here to answer any questions y'all got, to give y'all TikTok followers some love, because I'm not on here as consistently as the other platforms, but I don't want to forget about y'all at all. So throw anything our way, throw any questions my way. If you're too shy to ask, stay around for a little bit, because as more people come on, it usually happens like, oh, once the questions start flowing, more questions start flowing, and then you guys really get into the groove of it, and it's rapid fire. So if you want me to get to your question first, or second, or fifth, make sure you go ahead and ask it. If you're too shy, then of course our DMs are always open. If you are going to send us a DM on TikTok, just make sure your settings are correct so that I can reply, because sometimes I try to reply and it's like, no, their settings aren't right, or this or that, and I'm like, oh well, I don't know what to do. So yeah, if you're shy and you have a question in the DMs, just let us know, and we'll go from there. I saw some people do like split screen TikTok lives, so I don't know. I'm gonna click on somebody's picture. Oh no, we can't do that. Can I do split screen? Flip the camera, mirror your video? No, it doesn't look like I can. It would be cool though. It would be cool if y'all want to do that. If y'all want to do that and have like a split screen Q&A, just let me know here in the comments. Just put yes, or hit me in the DMs, and we can do that on Instagram. It'd be cool if I can do that here and just be like, hey, come on live and ask your question, like a call-in show. That would be dope. Or like those YouTube video shows people do. That would be cool too. But if you want me to do that, just let me know, and we can do that on Instagram. All right, let me scroll. What was your best shadowing experience? My best shadowing experience. That's a good question. Probably when I was in an outpatient setting. It was connected to a hospital, and a young girl, probably between 16 and 18 at the time, was a spinal cord injury patient, and I forgot what level she was. And at the time, when I was an observation hour student, I didn't know anything about spinal cord injuries or levels or anything else. But she came in, and she was in a car accident, and that's what caused her spinal cord injury. And it was just interesting to see how so many of the basic things we take for granted were just taken away like that, just out of nowhere. And how the physical therapist that was working with her made her, of course she was thankful for the small movements and things like that she was able to get back, but gave her like a sense of humanity back again. And like the joy on her face and the smiles from doing the basic stuff that we take for granted all the time was very eye-opening. So I'd say that was the best experience because of how much my view changed of patients and a physical therapist in that moment. Because yeah, you hear about it, you see videos sometimes, but seeing it in person, and it's just different. It's always different when you can see something in person. So that's the best one. That's the one I can remember the most, and that was the most eye-opening. My observation hours, my shadowing experiences was also in 2013/14, somewhere around there. So it was a while ago too. So good question. I love your content. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tag a friend. Tell all your pre-PT friends about us. Have them follow us as well. Glad you're here. Make sure you follow us everywhere. Thanks for the kind words. What should I do if I get waitlisted at my top choice? That is a good question. Phoebe. I believe it's Phoebe. I would definitely check out my How to Stand Out in 3 Minutes playlist on YouTube, because that'll give you different ideas on what to do, especially the relationships video, the profession video, and the knowledge of PT schools video. Those videos in that playlist will give you kind of a guideline and information on what to do and how to kind of keep in contact with them and how to kind of stay up to date on everything while you're on the wait list. So you can't really go in there or email them back or show up to the school like, hey, let me in. Why am I on the wait list? It's just how it is, because the wait list is really just a traffic jam. The school is waiting on other students who they accepted to either say, I want to go to that school or not. And once that student makes that decision, then they can move on to the wait list. So the school is really waiting on the student, and the student is probably waiting on other schools or just waiting to make the best decision for them. So it's kind of just like a traffic jam, and that's just how it is. But you can stay up to date, and you can stay kind of in their world by following what I say in those YouTube videos. So definitely check it out. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, everyone go subscribe, flood it, watch the videos, leave us likes and all that stuff. So yeah, good question. Keeps me motivated to work towards PT. I love it. I'm glad I can keep you motivated. I guess I got to make 3 more TikToks after this. You gave me some life. You gave me some juice, some energy. So thanks for the kind words. I have a practical tomorrow. I'm guessing you're in PT school. If you are, good luck on your practical. I remember those days. I do not miss them. Every day is a practical for me, I guess, since every day that I'm in the clinic is a practical. But I can assure you that being a PT is much easier than PT school. Just my personal opinion. I'm sure other PTs will agree, other PTs may not, but hopefully that gives you some hope. What's the best way to study as a first-year PT student? So these are the study strategies that I've used in PT school and as a pre-PT. So I used active recall, I used spaced repetition, the Pomodoro method, the Feynman technique. So those were the 4 ones that I used: active recall, spaced repetition, the Pomodoro method, and the Feynman technique. And I just mixed those up, added some tweaks to them and stuff like that. But that's the best way that worked for me for studying, especially using, or not using, but managing all the material that we had at a fast pace. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. Try it out, see what works for you. But those were the best study strategies for me. Zoom interview tomorrow for a PT Tech position. What are some questions I would expect to hear? Why do you want this job? What interested you in physical therapy? Why our clinic? If you were faced with a difficult situation, what would you do? Strengths and weaknesses, things like that. They might throw a curveball at you. If they do, don't be scared. They just want to know how you respond. There's no right or wrong answer. They might give you an ethical response as best as you know how. If you get thrown a curveball, don't freak out or anything. Just keep it casual, keep it easy flowing. They just want to get to know you. I just did a TikTok video on that, so check that out. Then scroll down a little bit, and I have common questions that PT schools, some of those questions are just universal for interviews as well. So just be ready, and be ready with your questions as well, whether that's regarding the clinic and how it works, or business stuff, or pay, or the type of patients, or the setting, or whatever that is. Have your questions ready as well. First year DPT student here. Did you ever fail a test? Absolutely. Of course I did. Of course I did. So in our school, we had a list of aliases, meaning nicknames that we picked for ourselves. And after some tests, depending on the class, they posted the test scores outside of the door. And many times, I don't remember how many, definitely more than 2, my name was near the bottom of the list. One test I can remember, I was at the very bottom of the list. So yes, it doesn't matter if you fail a test. It's all about how you bounce back. So if you did fail, that's okay. If you got a D, that's okay. You just gotta leave it. And move on to the next test. Because as you know, if you're a first year, you know the next test is coming. You only got 96 hours till the next test, right? So you gotta leave that. You gotta leave that where it is. So yeah, I have. And I'm still a physical therapist, so hopefully that gives you some hope that you can fail a test and still be okay. Someone asked another question above the how to study. Yeah, so the study methods I used is active recall, spaced repetition, Pomodoro technique, and the Feynman technique. I hope I didn't miss any. If I missed any questions, guys, just ask it again. Because I'm just scrolling through here. So if I missed it, I'm sorry, just ask it again and again and again until I see it. So I hope I don't miss anything. Should I take notes while doing observation hours? Yeah, you can take notes, whether it's mental notes, writing it on your notepad. I mean, just don't do it on your phone because they'll think, oh, you're on TikTok or something watching me. So yeah, notepad, or keep mental notes, or ask for a piece of paper. So yeah, you can take notes, but don't feel pressured to take notes. Like if the day is flowing and it's busy and it's moving and you're interacting, don't feel like, oh, Casey said I gotta take notes, so I gotta take notes. Like, just go with the flow. If it's slower, if you have more time to take notes and ask more detailed questions, then go for it. Or if you want to take notes about how the day went, or notes at lunch to follow up with questions, then do that. Just my only fear is like, oh my gosh, I should take notes. Let me sit there all day. Like, if that's not how the day is flowing, then just go with the flow. Starting your hours tomorrow. Have fun. Enjoy it. Observation hours are for you. Just remember that. So use them for you. Ask your questions. Enjoy it. Ask questions to the front desk. Interact with as many people as possible, so you know that this profession is right for you. The observation hours aren't for the PTs, aren't for the front desk, aren't for the PT schools. They're for you. A lot of people put a whole bunch of weight on observation hours when the schools don't care about them like we do. We're like, oh man, the schools are going to see 50,000 observation hours. I'm going to be so cool. I'm going to stand out. They're going to love how many hours I have. They don't really care like that. So enjoy the observation hours because they are for you. First year undergrad, seriously committed to being a physical therapist. I work as a tech now. Well, salute to you. Who is this? Let's see. Cassandra. I believe it's Cassandra. Salute to you. Hope I will be calling you my colleague soon. So glad you are committed. Studying, yep. Would you recommend telling a school that they are your top choice? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you can tell a school, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think the only thing with that, or the question, or the concern, or the comment under that question is saying, for some people, and it might not be you, is saying, will telling a school that you're my top choice make them like me more? Will that make them give me a better chance of getting accepted if I tell a school that they're my top choice? No, I'm sorry, they are your top choice. But don't say that with the expectation that they're going to say, oh my gosh, Austin said we're his top choice. Oh my gosh, we got to do everything to accept him. They're not going to. It's not like that. It's not like that. So just keep that in mind. But yes, you can tell them that they are your top choice. Would you recommend? All right, there we go. If I don't have the chance to get enough recommendations because of COVID, what would I recommend? Well, you have some time before now in the application cycle to work on that. So it's March. You have all of March left. April, May, June, July, August-ish. The application cycle opens in July. So you have 6-ish and a half months. So you have time to work on it. I wouldn't give up. It sounds like the question kind of has an underlying tone to it that you're kind of giving up. Whether you are or not, that's just how I'm reading it. So don't give up on it. But if you don't have the requirements, they want what they want. So you have to meet their requirements. If they want 2 PTs and 1 professor, then you have to do what you need to do to get 2 PTs and 1 professor, because everybody else who's applying to PT school is meeting those requirements. So you have to flip it around and say, hey, if I had those requirements, why would they accept somebody else over me who does not have those requirements? Right? So you just have to keep that in mind. So you just have to work on it. Whether that's searching more PTs on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok and building relationships with them that way, or whether that's doing whatever observation hours you can in the clinic if your state is allowing that. And hopefully it's feeling, y'all let me know, it's feeling like we're going to have some more openings as the time goes on between now and July in terms of COVID stuff. Our clinic is letting back in PT students for clinical, so hopefully that's a good sign that other states are following. I heard some other states are letting in volunteers now, so just keep pushing. I have an observation hour video and letters of recommendation video on our YouTube channel, so definitely go check that out too. Again, if I missed anything, guys, just ask again. I'm going to be a freshman in college in the fall. Should I start volunteering? Yeah, there's no time limit on volunteering, so yeah, go volunteer, go do observation hours, shadow a PT, all that stuff. So yeah, there's no time limit. Do schools frown upon having more than 1 DPT from the same clinic? No, they don't. You can do that. There's no rule against it. They won't frown upon it. As long as they're saying something with substance about you. If they say the same exact thing, then they're going to frown on it. Like, yeah. But if they're saying 2 different things, then no, you'll be fine. When do you recommend taking the GRE? First is, of course, when you're ready. Second is the spring or summer. I'm gonna lean more towards spring, winter, spring before you apply. So if you want to apply in July or August, I recommend taking it December or January, December to May, June. That doesn't mean just because I said it, you have to take it in that window. If you're not ready, don't take it between January and May. Don't do it. But if you are ready between that time, and if you can get ready between that time, then that's the best time to take it. But don't be like, oh snap, it's May 31st. Casey said to take it between January and June. Like, don't do that. Tomorrow I start my observation hours. Will I have to take notes or ask questions or just watch? Go with the flow. And I'd start by asking the physical therapist who you're shadowing, who you're observing, what the best way to do it is. Because they might have a super busy Thursday tomorrow, and they just might need, the best thing you can do is just help them cleaning the tables or answering the phone, depending on if your clinic's a private clinic or corporate clinic, or it might just be helping patients get on their warm-ups. Or it might be a slow day, and then yes, you can take notes, and then you can ask them more in-depth questions. They might let you do a little hands-on stuff. It just depends on the flow. So I would ask them first how their day goes, how other students do it, how they prefer you ask questions and jump in and out, and that'll make the whole day go smoother. So good question. What kind of part-time job opportunities? Oh, I lost it. What kind of part-time job opportunities are there as a PT grad student with just a bachelor's degree? What kind of part-time job opportunities are there as a PT grad student with just a bachelor's degree? I hope I'm understanding this question right. If I'm not, let me know. But if you graduated with your bachelor's degree, what kind of part-time jobs are there? Well, first, there's any part-time jobs. You can get jobs as you're in your major or not. So let's just say you graduated with exercise science. You can be a personal trainer, exercise physiologist, medical, totally outside of your major. Just because you graduated with a health science degree doesn't mean you have to do something health science. You can be a plumber, you can be a carpenter, you can be a waiter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I'm understanding that question correctly, if you're asking now, if you graduated with your physical therapy degree and you're a physical therapist, what part-time jobs are there? Same answer, but of course you can do part-time in a skilled nursing facility, part-time in a hospital, in an outpatient clinic. You can take a travel contract. The list goes on and on. I just don't know which part. If you're still on, ask the question again, and hopefully I understood it correctly. If I didn't, just ask it again in a different way so I can understand what you were asking. Do schools look at your highest GRE score or the most recent one? It depends on the school. Some schools take the highest one. Some schools average them out. Most schools take the highest take, so that's the good news, but always double check, because you could apply to a school who's like, nope, we're not taking the highest, we're taking the average of the two. So just keep that in mind. Thank you. When you have an interview, will the school reimburse your travel at all? I have not heard of that. If there are schools who are doing that, kudos to them. I salute them. That is very noble of them. That's very helpful to students. But I have not heard of that. Maybe next time I'm on the phone or in a conversation with any faculty, I might bring that up or see how their policy works around that. But I haven't heard of any PT schools doing it, med schools, dental schools, pharmacy schools doing it. I have not heard of that. So yeah. It'd be nice if they were like, oh, we accepted you and now here's your reimbursement back. But, that can get pricey. 40 students, you don't know how much their plane ticket costs there and back. Athletico is hiring new techs and allows observation hours if you call. Boom. There you go. Check it out. Just put your foot out there. See who's allowing things. Just ask about their policy. Don't go in there saying, oh, I need observation hours, give them to me now. Just say, hi, I'm a student looking for observation hours. What is your policy? How are you guys doing things as things are opening up? Just something like that, and just see what they allow. Thanks, man. We'll be doing my best. You got it. Will it look bad if both PTs on the reference are from the same clinic? Nope. I think I got that one. Yeah. But no, it won't look bad. When do you recommend? Did I miss these questions? I hope I didn't miss any questions. I think they're just out of order. I'm going to wait a few seconds, and I'm sure they always do this kind of thing where they pop up all at once. So we'll see. But if I got all the questions, I think we are good. I'm going to scroll through again, make sure I didn't miss anything. And again, if you guys want to do this on a split screen and you want to come up on the live, if you're not too shy, just let me know and we can do this on Instagram. And I can have that split screen like, hey, come on, ask your question. We can do a mini little coaching thing, a little 30, 60, 90-second coaching thing. And I can bring the next person on and so on and so forth. So that'd be pretty cool. Would you recommend taking the GRE the third time, even if other areas are above average? It just depends on what your score is and what the schools want, right? So that's a huge thing. So if you have a 299 and the schools want a 300, is that a recommended 300 or is that a required 300? Because if you have a 299 combined GRE score and the PT schools are saying we have a hard cap limit with the 300, we don't take nothing below it, then there's your answer. If you want to go to that school, then you have to retake it. If you don't care, then you don't have to go to that school. But if there's just a recommended kind of soft limit, then you can ask yourself, well, what's the average accepted GRE score? I have a 299 and they averagely accepted 302. Okay, everything else is above average, so I think I'm good. I will have no regrets if I do not retake the GRE and get denied. If I will have regrets, then for your own conscience, you might want to retake it. So that's how I would think about it. You want to be a PT? No, actually, this shirt I have on is from the pharmacy internship I had. I don't know if you can see it. So this is from the College of Pharmacy. So I was between pharmacy and physical therapy. So no, I did not know precisely PT is what I wanted to do, but I had a good frame of mind that pharmacy or PT was going to be it. So it was between those two, but I wasn't set on it. So yeah. Love your videos, Sarah. Glad you're loving it. I just recorded 2 more before I hopped on here. We'll see if any other ideas come my way after this. I might record a couple more. So yeah, glad you're loving it. Tell your friends about us, invite them over, tag them, share it with them, all that good stuff. Why did you want to be a PT? Good question. So main things were career opportunities. Then the other one was job satisfaction. So with the job satisfaction, that's what most people have, and that's fine. Like, I'm no different. I feel like I'm making the world a better place by just a little bit, by helping one person have less back pain, by helping one person be able to get up and down from their wheelchair a little better so that their family members can have more freedom and don't have to take care of them 24/7. Now they just have to take care of them 8 hours of the day instead of 24. So I feel good when, patients bring in snacks or say, oh, they made them feel so much better and this and that. So that's one part. The other part is then going into the career opportunities. So if I ever wanted to leave the outpatient setting, I can go teach. I can go work in a hospital. I can work with a sports team. I can work with children. I can work with teenagers. I can work with geriatrics, amputees, vestibular patients, TMJ patients. I can specialize in the neck or the foot. The list goes on and on. I can create another online business. I can create my own brick and mortar clinic. The list goes on and on. So yeah, those are the main reasons why. Good question. If you're starting to do it Sunday and Wednesdays, it really just depends on my schedule. So if you want something consistent though, tune in tomorrow night, Thursday. Every Thursday on Instagram and Facebook, we do a pre-PT chat live. So if you're not following us on Instagram and Facebook, do so, because every Thursday night we go on live and talk about a topic. And if you have questions, you can always slip those in as well. On TikTok, I try to do Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. If we're doing, if we have a cohort of our accepted system, then I will not do Wednesday nights. But Wednesday and Sunday nights, I try to stay consistent and do the best I can. So just look out for me there. It'll usually be around 10 Eastern time, 9 Central. So yeah, but if you guys want something more consistent, Instagram and Facebook every Thursday night. When is the best point in your academic career to take the GRE? As a junior, yes, you can take it. There's no time limit on when you can take the GRE or when it's too early or too late, if that's what you're asking. So in terms of the best time, you can take it as a freshman. You can take it as a senior, as a sophomore, as a junior. You can take it if you are taking a gap year, if you have a family, career change. You can take it any time if you have the time for it. So yeah, that's the fortunate news. There's no specific best time. So whenever the best time for you is, you can take it. So yeah, you can take it as a junior. As in, if you have higher great references, I think, oh, you're asking in relation to your other question. So I think we got that. If you have more questions on that, just let me know. Working on the VOH case study. Hey, that's what's up. If you guys did not know about our virtual observation hours, go to observationhours.com and you can sign up there. This case study closes tomorrow morning. So hop in it real quick. Listen to it on double speed if you have to. So if you need virtual observation hours, go check those out. Make sure you get those there. Think like a physical therapist. So observationhours.com. If you want virtual observation hours, go get those there, and you can use those as hours in your application because we are physical therapists. So yeah, definitely check those out. Glad you're loving it. The next one will be on whatever Tuesday is, the 20 something. So we do it every 2 weeks. What is it? When's the next Tuesday? Let's look at this calendar. The 22nd, 23rd? Something like that. So yeah, definitely check it out. All right guys, if you have more questions, I'm gonna wait a few seconds. Our DMs are always open. Make sure you follow us everywhere and get in our world. If these are it, then I'm just gonna hop off and give you guys the rest of your night back. All right, I think we are good. Time for me to go make a couple more TikToks for you guys later this week, and we'll see you then. Follow us everywhere, and I'll see you back here Sunday. And check out the pre-PT chat live tomorrow. So take care.